Hi folks, Expo is just a few weeks away, and although we do our usual preview podcast a week before the Expo, well, there's lots of games to talk about.
Too many games to talk about.
Too many games to talk about. And we've got a short list here, about 100 games. So we're going to drop some of this content, which is YouTube only. We're going to talk about some of the games we're excited in different categories, and then we're going to go into more detail in the Friday before Expo, where our podcast will go live. And it's not just us two.
No.
We'll have the rest of the Polyhedron Collider crew. But we haven't seen the Polyhedron Collider. Oh, well, never mind.
We're Polyhedron Collider.
We're Polyhedron Collider. The rest of the Polyhedron Collider crew will be there, and we'll have even more games to talk about.
And it'll be more up to date as well, because we are recording this a few weeks out from Expo. So
yes,
stuff is still being announced. So take this all with a little pinch of salt.
Yes. We're going to kick things off with two-player games, of which there are always, I don't know why, there's always a lot of two-player games at Expo. I don't know why that is.
Is that wrong? I don't.
Yeah?
Lots of people play two-player games. I love playing both two-player games.
Well, I don't tend to play two-player games much because we tend to play big games.
We're too popular now. We have too many friends.
Too many friends. Before we go down into a rabbit hole, let's talk about Bunny Kingdom Town.
Tell me all about Bunny Kingdom Town.
Well, Bunny Kingdom, here, is a really popular game in our house. It looks like a fluffy, happy, simple game about building a kingdom with your bunnies. And it's a bit of an area control game, but it's also a game in which, as you play, you get different objectives. And those objectives are a big deck of cards which you play throughout the game.
Because you draft them, don't you?
You draft them out. It is not a light, fluffy game. I actually think this is one of the most ruthless area control games I know. It's so mean, and you have to be mean in order to win. But it is a 4-5-player game.
It is. That's correct. It's rubbish at 2.
It's a 4-player game. It says it's 2 to 4, but it's not. It's the 3 to 4-player game. Bunny Kingdom Town is a version of Bunny Kingdom that's been made just for 2 players.
Nice.
So it's been designed from the ground up for that purpose, which means this is day one purchase. I mean, and apparently, from what I've been told, it's first available to buy at Expo.
Really?
So this is a Expo exclusive.
Charge into the yellow stand.
Yes. Well, I'm going to have to buy a copy because my wife really loves Bunny Kingdom, cool. So it's a staple.
Staple of your tabletop. Yeah.
So
cool.
Definitely buying that.
Let's go, Chow. Same designer, same publisher. Still Richard Garfield.
You're asking me questions I don't know the answers.
Right? I know the answer to. It's video content.
Well, I've loaded up Board Game Geek. It is still designed by Richard Garfield. Right, yes. Had to double check, but yes.
Okay. Yeah. Next game.
Yeah.
Next game. Let's talk about Gruntz. Gruntz will be from All Play, and these are like soldiers grunts, not noises you might make in a room in your house. So these are tiny little soldiers, and it's a 2-player war game. So, and the really cool thing about this is you've got this rock paper scissors aspect. So your troops, your grunts, can move. They don't move very fast, but they can control objective stars. Your tanks do a lot more damage. But they're quite susceptible to air attacks. And you've got your bombers, which are your planes, and they can't control any objectives. So you're going to be moving around the board trying to do these things. But the really cool thing about this game is that all the pieces are magnetic. So when you deploy a tank, you decide what type of tank it's going to be. So it can be an anti-air tank, or it can be a carrier tank, or it can just be a tank. You've got vans, you've got different types of planes that you can use. That planes that will be anti-infantry or anti-vehicle. And you've got to maneuver. And it's a really small board, and I think it's going to be straight in your face, lots of conflict.
I just look at the picture now. I thought this was going to be like a big, like I say a big, but like a map. But it's not. It's a simple grid.
It's a tiny little grid. It puts me in mind of those General Orders games from Osprey. They're really 2-player type war games, but this has a lot more flexibility in the types of troops you're deploying, when and where.
It reminds me of a Nintendo game, and I can't remember the name of the Nintendo game.
Yeah.
It's like a little tiny wars game.
I think this game's going to be brilliant. It's one of you, 2-player, if you like travel, small games, small tabletop. This is going to fit on a pub table with a pint or two, maybe even with your dinner type of things. Then play this. That's Gruntz. It's going to be on the All Play stand. One to check out.
Okay. Right. I didn't know about this game existed until I started looking into Expo stuff. And apparently this game has already been to Kickstarter. And this game is Intelliwar, Ascension to the Throne.
This game looks awesome.
It does. Now, this looks like... Actually, it's not too dissimilar from what we just talked about. If you put this next to Gruntz, it's a similar kind of thing. A little small space, little simple tokens on the board. The board actually reminds me a little bit of, talking about video games, if anyone remembers an old iOS game called Hero Wars, which you probably don't, but it was really, really good. It was like a board game made for iOS. It was when like apps became a thing. So it's like 10 years old now. Dead, long dead. Board game wise, this reminds me of something like War Chest, where you've got simple tokens and you've got, this card is an archer. Each archer has its own special abilities and does this. It's a very, very simple grid-based combat system for 2 players. It looks beautifully presented, and it's just like discs. Each of your units is just a token. I'm really looking forward to seeing this one and seeing how it plays. It does look like this will be really good.
The artwork, I really like the artwork for this. I think it looks really, really awesome, really cool.
Apparently, it's on Tabletop Simulator if you want to give it a go.
Okay.
Well, do you want to talk about the game which is here?
Let's talk about Rattlesnake. Rattlesnake is a 2-player quick-fire deck builder game from Osprey Games. I'm really keen about this because Osprey do some great 2-player games, much like the Undaunted series, all brilliant. The General Orders games, again, all 2 players, all brilliant. This is going to fit into that wheelhouse, so I know they're a reliable publisher for 2-player games. Also, it's got artwork by Roland McDonald, and I love his artwork. I think he does Cowboys brilliant. Not as good as Pirates, but Cowboys pretty good.
Was it a cowboy game?
It's a cowboy game.
Oh, I didn't know that.
It's a cowboy shoot 'em up. And it's just that simple. I think it's the type of game that's going to take 5-10 minutes. Bash it out. Little deck builder, Cowboys, great artwork, 2-player, great publisher. Rattlesnake.
Yeah.
Check it out.
Cool. Right, the last one on our list, number 5, is one you're going to have to just explain to me, because my first thought is...
I'm looking at this image and I don't know what game you're talking about.
This is a game called Wine and Cheese.
Wine and Cheese? Right.
Well, I mean, because it looks... I've got to admit, the artwork, the the photographs of the board look like a just typical Europe, which is not common for a 2-player game.
No.
And it's a game about wine and cheese. Now, straight away, I'm not interested about cheese, because cheese is disgusting.
Yes.
We agree on that one,
we
don't we?
We don't like cheese.
Oh, well, yeah, we're on the non-cheese part of the podcast here. I'm not a massive drinker of wine, so why would I be interested in this wine and cheese?
Why would you be interested in this? Because this game is designed by Scott Almes.
Right.
Tiny Epic.
Okay.
Right. He also did So You've Been Eaten. And he's a great game designer. I think he always does something really interesting. There's always a usual little twist in there to make it. And this is by Pegasus Spiel. Again, Pegasus Spiel, great, reliable publisher of cracking games. So because of that pedigree, I wanted to go check this out. Now, this isn't going to be for sale because it's not out, but it is available for demo.
Okay.
So it's kind of hot off the press type of thing.
Cool.
Yeah.
So there you go, folks. That's 5 2-player games.
5 2-player games.
As I said, podcast will be coming out Friday before Expo, so a week before Expo. We may have some more to talk about then.
There's more on my list. I can say. I don't see. There's another game right now.
So I've already got the short list.
Oh, I've got the way. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Then. Well, until then, see you at Expo and happy gaming.
Cheerio. I don't say cheerio. Sid says cheerio. Bye-bye.